Week after week, day after day, fire alarm panels throughout the Richmond public school system started failing.
That's a lot.
According to emails obtained by CBS 6 through a Freedom of Information Act request, school staff submitted work orders for alarm panels at 21 schools between December 28th of 2021 and February 9th of this year, 2 days before the catastrophic fire at Fox Elementary.
It's very disappointing to hear that something so important to keep our children safe is not working properly.
Take, for example, the panel at Mary Munford Elementary. The principal there submitted a work order on December 28th, saying they had been having issues with the panel for 2 months. 5 days after the Fox fire, Richmond Alarm told RPS they were unable to fix the Munford panel and told them to contact someone else. Kristen Edwards' son is in kindergarten at Munford.
Yeah, to me it seems like there needs to be something done with the company or get a new company involved if they're having all this back and forth and not getting any resolution with it.
Then there was the panel at Carver Elementary. The school submitted a work order for constant beeping on January 25th. By February 23rd, Richmond Alarm told RPS a part was on back order and the panel still could not be fixed.
It's neglect.
And finally, Fox Elementary, where Stephanie Petrell's daughter goes. The principal submitted a work order on February 2nd for 3 faults on the alarm panel. Richmond Alarm told RPS the panel needed to be reprogrammed with the 804 area code, but they would have to call another company to do it. We now know the panel was never reprogrammed, and when firefighters initially responded to a fire alarm call at Fox on February 11th, they had trouble understanding what the panel was telling them. They spent about 12 minutes inside the school investigating and then left.
Building secure.
Fire crews returned just 26 minutes later to a burning school.
And it's sad because if this was during the day, it could have been very dangerous.
After the fire, Richmond Alarm did a full assessment of all Richmond school buildings and found at least 25 of them had alarm panels that were not properly testing.
I congratulate you on the research that you did. And what you've uncovered is a rat's nest.
Retired Superintendent Dr. Charles Maranzano used to lead school divisions in New Jersey and Virginia.
Unexcusable.
We showed him the thousands of pages of emails.
And what I read in these emails and exchanges, absolutely unforgivable from a superintendent's perspective.
Robert Trayer in RPS Facilities actually highlighted the need to fix the 804 reprogramming issue to Richmond Alarm back on January 21st and asked for a repair timeline. But during the full assessment after the Fox fire, emails showed dozens of panels were not working properly and Richmond Alarm was unable to fix them. Here's Robbie Dawson with the National Fire Protection Association.
I think that is cause for concern. They need to make sure that the systems, whether it's just the dialer or some other type of deficiency in the system, that needs to be fixed as soon as possible.
So we can try to prevent this from happening again. I mean, if this happens, would you recommend the school system, if they receive word from the alarm monitoring company that it's not communicating with them, that they should contact the fire marshal?
Absolutely. They should have that conversation with the local fire official for a couple of reasons. One is to make sure they're in compliance with the code. The second is to make sure their responding resources know what they're walking in the door to. If the system is down, those responding engine companies will know we may have an issue with the notification system in the schools.
On the night of the fire, Richmond fire crews did not seem to know the alarm panel at Fox needed to be reprogrammed. A spokesperson for RPS confirmed they did not contact the fire department about all of the issues with the alarm panels prior to the Fox fire.
If the alarms and things had been addressed before, this whole thing could have been prevented.
Well, the superintendent for RPS, Jason Camrus, declined to do an interview with us on this topic. A spokesperson said before Fox, RPS only thought there were a few panels that needed to be reprogrammed or replaced, and those were on the capital improvement expenditures. She also highlighted that Richmond Alarm was purchased by Johnson Controls earlier this year, and when that happened, they stopped hiring the subcontractors needed to service proprietary panels, and RPS had to do that themselves. She says all panels are now working and communicating.